And it's so important for our coaches to understand the human side. And so I
Yeah.
want to go there, the psychology side, because you have a degree in it. What do you feel like the most important, or some of the most important, it may vary a little bit, aspects of coaching are? Because it's a lot more important than just teaching someone how to shoot a jump shot.
Right. There's something called positive youth development strategies, right? If we're intending on developing youth, we have to use proven scientific systems, right? And there's two primary ones that we use in terms of working with kids. The first one is called play, and that is AAU recreation games, um, showcases, all these things where kids get to pick up, right? Rec ball, summer league, all these things where the kids get to display their skills and work in a social setting with other athletes. That's called play, right? It's more exposure display. Then the second one is called deliberate practice, which is training. It is completely different than play because you're trying to improve your competencies and your weaknesses. So you may not play in a full game with deliberate practice. You may do one-on-one, but that's still you're working on your skills to get better because one-on-one definitely exposes your weaknesses more than anything else. So we use both in our training program. There's times where it's all development, and then there's times where let's go play. And I think that healthy balance fully develops the kid, both emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. It's a great strategy to use.
1,000%. So, talking about the state of the union of youth athletics, where we are now, there's such a hyper focus in America on play.
Mm.
And so we miss out a lot on deliberate practice, like kids are playing on multiple teams.
Yep.
Like, of course, everyone wants to play. Like, it's fun, right? It's fun. And if you really want to match your actions to really improving, right? Like you're talking about deliberate practice, then we need that deliberate practice.
Correct. Correct. And we're missing out. Like we literally will have 2 or 3 games a week, but one practice. It's
Right.
it's
Right.
it's imbalanced, right? And that's why if you look at European ball, they practice every day and play once a week.
Right.
And you like, that's why Europeans are better, I believe, right, basketball wise than most Americans. Are we more athletic and explosive? A lot of times, yeah, because we focus on athleticism more than the game, right? The IQ. I never forget learning when I went to Spain that a lot of the actions start from the big man at the top of the key in a dribble handoff situation. And I was like, why does the big initiate the offense? Over here, it's the point guard initiates the offense. But then you look at a Jokic and you're like, oh, when Jamal Murray passes him the ball at the top of the key, he can get 13 assists in a game because he knows how he knows how to dribble, pass, and then shoot. So if you don't respect his passing abilities, he's going to get an assist. If you don't respect his jump shot, he's going to shoot a 3. If you try to play up on and don't respect his dribbling, he's going to dribble around you and body you and shoot a mid-range or a floater. And that's the epitome of a triple threat. So they teach triple threat. We teach like jab, jab, like hezzy, cross, step back. You know what I mean? Like we teach those things. But when you don't know how to do a dribble handoff, how can you pass your teammate the ball with one hand in those situations? And I see that a lot training the kids now. Like they're passing with their inside hand, but the defender is right there, right? So I gotta explain, like, physically we can't pass that way. So being able to break it down to the kids in that way really, really helps. So I'm trying to bridge the gap.
Absolutely. And so kind of what I hear you saying in there is, right, in for those listening, a lot of them probably have some sort of concept that European basketball, they share the rock, right? If you watch Euroball, they pass the ball very well. And here in America, right, our training sessions, a typical Instagram training session is jab, jab, in and out, tween, tween, hezzy, pull. right? And so a lot of it is individual training, and not really thinking about teaching the game. It's about teaching individual shot creation, shot creation, shot creation.
Mhm.
How much do you feel like that actually ends up weighing into maybe some of these kids quitting because they're not touching the rock because the people on their team are, they're just they're not passing the ball.
Oh man, the portal is bringing all of that into like full view. I'm not getting enough shots. I'm not getting enough touches. I'm not scoring enough points on my team. So I'm going to go somewhere where I feel like I can. Right?
Right.
It's all about me, me, me now. And I think that was my issue with AAU when I was a kid. Like I always quit AAU because it was too unselfish. I love school ball because we were a team, right? So if I pass it to you, like I'm trying to create for you, right? Because if I get an assist, you get a point, you get 2 points. Like we're both winning, and then the whole team wins, right? We're all eating. But if you're crossing half court and you're ISOing a guy for 30 seconds and then you pull a step back three, why am I here? Like why am I doing this? I'm not asking for you to, pass me the ball every time, but share it. Share the rock, right? I truly think that assists should be the most sought after stat in basketball
Right.
because the
That's
creativity in getting an assist is what makes everything so flashy, especially in like the 80s and 90s. So when Magic comes down the lane and he goes, right, we don't remember the dunk, right, that James Worthy or Kareem did. We remember the here. So when Magic talks about the pass or the was it Jason Kidd or White Chocolate will behind
yep.
the back and
The elbow, yeah, shape up.
elbow pass, right? Or the
Yep.
rondo where you pass
Yeah.
like those are the most electrifying moments. And then the dunk, the alley oop is literally
A pass, yes.
a pass.
Yeah. Right.
We will go crazy over an alley oop more than a regular dunk because it takes two people on the same wavelength to make that happen. But the highlight is never on the pass; it's only on the dunk.